up, y'all, and welcome to episode 1 of NIASIMONESPEAKS. I am here and I'm gonna do an episode today about my personal life. So this episode is gonna be about choosing you. Shout out to you guys who are listening. You may be listening on Apple Podcasts, or you may be listening on Spotify or Google Podcasts. Shout out to y'all for listening. Those of you guys watching, you can also listen to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can listen to it on Anchor, and the other platforms if you're not able to just sit down and watch me talk. But yeah, and if you guys have a podcast topic that you guys want me to talk about, you can email me at niasimonespspeaks@gmail.com with the subject line, let's talk about it, with your story or anything you want us to touch on in these type videos. I'm happy to be back. This is episode 1, so I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I took a 2-3 month break. I had to get my life together. I talked about briefly what was going on with me dealing with depression 3 months ago, or 4 months, actually 4, probably going on 5 months ago. I talked to you guys about me going through depression and that leading to my previous relationship ending. But I didn't really, I was never fully transparent. I'm not gonna say I was never fully transparent. It has gotten to the point, I'm just gonna say, it has gotten to the point where, I have things I feel like I need to address. I need to talk about a lot of stuff that you guys did not know. So yeah, and if you guys see me wearing this waist trainer right here, this is from my cousin's. Her company, not sponsored, but it's Worth the Wait by Nisha. If you follow me on Instagram, you see me, my workout routine, all that. Yeah. But let's get into this. So this episode is going to be about choosing you. This is like, it's really tough for me to make this video, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's so tough because for a long time I've tried to remain very resilient, like not keep my problems off social media, because you guys, I open up about a lot on here on YouTube. But I've tried to just keep a lot in the dark, just for the sake of that person, and you know, for the sake of our relationship. And I feel like it's just come a time where I just have to continue to talk about my experiences, just so I can help the next person. And yeah, whatever, let's just get into it, because it's 4 minutes in and I still ain't said nothing. All right, so I don't even know where I want to start with this situation, but I really just want to tell not my story, but talk about a situation and tell how you can how it's best to sometimes just choose yourself. So you guys know, I was in a relationship, and I kind of opened up about that relationship on YouTube just a little bit. Just about how, you know, we went from just talking, well, messing around, you know, talking, all the spiritual things that were going on, how we got to that point of dating. And then when we broke up, I never really talked about what happened. On the other hand, I kind of just talked about what I was going through depression wise with my family, my childhood trauma, and things like that. Anyway, for the past like 4 or 5 months, I've like been in my room, in my house, in solitude, just kind of working on myself. And I know I made a video about that, telling y'all how good I've been doing, how my spiritual work has been progressing. I started working out weekly, 4 times a week, non-stop. I just developed like a lot of good habits, you know, through that time. I'm very sure and very aware that my previous breakup like led me to go through a rebirth and a transformation period within myself, to kind of heal some wounds, some childhood wounds, to heal some generational curses, to kind of step into this new light and this new form of me. So in that sense, I always say I was thankful for the breakup that happened, because it sent me down like a spiritual journey that was designed to mold me into like a better person, that was designed for me to open up those spiritual things, those generational things that needed to be exposed, you know, so that it could lead to the greater good of me. So that's where I've been for 4-5 months, whatever, however long, since April. We're in September, so those 4 months I've been working on me. And through that time, I was at like a very, my voice starting to get shaky. I was really like missing my partner, because I know I showed you guys briefly how like spiritual the connection was, and how just good the relationship was when it was an actual relationship. I was just missing like all of that really bad, but I never really said anything, and I just kind of let my dreams do their thing. I was dreaming about the person every day. I was I don't know why but I was just like thinking and reminiscing all day. I had deleted all, you know, pictures off my phone and off, you know, of stuff, but I was just going through like a really hard time, like getting over it, and I was like trying to spiritually work my way like out of it, like spiritually like heal my mind, help me get over this. I'm doing good with, you know, healing the generational curses, doing the shadow work, you know, healing myself, but I still feel like a piece of me is missing. So it was really hard. And then he started to kind of like try to reconnect, like, oh, liking a bunch of my pictures on Instagram. And it got to the point where, like, I said something one day. I was like, why do you keep bothering me, like, on Instagram? And he's like, oh, I really miss you. You know, I love you. You know, I never stopped thinking about you all this time. So anyway, y'all, that led to us, like, having a conversation. And I'm like, I'm just not finna, you know, go back to being girl number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting back in the situation where you dealing with me, you dealing with other women. If you want to work on our relationship, then let's work on our relationship. But all that other stuff, you know, I'm not doing, because I can't go back to that. Like, I've done so much work on myself. I'm worth way more than that. I just genuinely cannot go back to being with somebody who's going to deal with me and her. And so it was a situation like where he's like, all right, well, we can try to work back towards relationships, but we haven't seen each other in so many months, so let's just try to hang out and stuff. And I was like, for me, I was a little apprehensive, because it's like, I'm like, if you want to work on the relationship, let's work on the relationship. If not, like, but I agreed and I tried, and y'all, I just got what I was not deserving of. Very minimal effort, very minimal everything. And it hurt me, because through that, for 4 months, I had been in solitude, like working on myself, not even really thinking about getting back, you know, with that person. But I was just like full force into working and healing like myself. And it was, that time was like for me. And when I realized what that person was doing during those 4 months, they went back, you know, to the old them, multiple women, all those type situations, you know, not working on themselves. It was just like, what? And I didn't realize that until I got back around him and the subtweets from other women started. The extraness like started back, and it came back full force, and I'm in this awesome space, and the low vibrational activity is like coming back. Like, I've had women that he dealt with literally talk about my dead mom on Twitter, and then you say you love me and you care about me and I'm the only woman for you, and she doesn't mean nothing, and she don't mean nothing, and none of these women amount to what you amount to. But the minute, you know, we go at odds, you go run right back to those women like, what? The same women or woman that talked about my dead mother on Twitter, or the same woman that sent me a video of y'all in the bathroom, or the same woman that exposed you on her Instagram. Or you go back to the woman, not even or, and you go back to the woman that drove out to your college apartment and broke your window and you had to pay for it. And the same woman that broke into the house while I'm sleeping in your bed. Broke into your house at 5 o'clock in the morning while I'm sleeping. And beat you up and would not leave. Y'all can't make this shit up. That physically put their hands on you. That physically broke your property. And then when we got together, called your phone threatening to shoot your family's house up. Like, and it's crazy. It's like men go back to these like toxic women that physically abuse them, that break their stuff, that say the worst shit to them, like that do the worst to them, that have all these toxic habits, exposing you on social media, making your life hell. You go back to them. I'm over here working out, y'all. I'm over here working out, meditating, doing spiritual work for months. And you go back to the streets. And then when we link up again, I'm having to see and deal with you still dealing with them. I'm having to witness that. And it's almost like, it's like, y'all, I really couldn't understand. Because of men feed you good stories like, I love you, you're the only one for me. They don't mean nothing. I don't see no life with them. I only see a life with you. They not on your level. I want to marry you. You're the one who I want to have my kids. Say everything. And disrespect you in the same breath. In the same day. In the same instant. And I'm doing well, y'all, because I ain't shed a tear yet. I'm doing very well. And it's like, y'all know I've had my heart broke time and time again. And I'm not one of them people, I don't want to like boast myself up and start saying like a whole bunch, I'm this, I'm that. But I know for a fact that I'm a great person, I'm a great woman, I'm a great like girlfriend. Like, I'm not gonna physically put my hands on you. I ain't gonna cuss you out. I'm not gonna put my hands on you. I'm not gonna break none of your property. I'm not gonna do anything, you know, toxic towards you. Any man I've been with, they can vouch for it. You know what I'm saying? I do what I'm supposed to do as a woman. The worst thing a man can say about me is sometimes she don't speak up. She get quiet. She don't say nothing. Sometimes she shuts down. That's the worst thing anybody could say about me. Like, so I can't understand it. But it's like I'm done trying to understand. I'm done trying to look at somebody through like, I'm tired of looking at people as what they could be. And I think the lesson for all women that's listening to this is, you can see a man's potential. You can see him for all of his goodness. But you can't ignore like what he's showing you. You can't ignore the actions that are being displayed because the potential you see in somebody. Because they either want to be a good person for you or they don't. or they don't. And that's when you remove yourself. When you get in that minimal effort, when you get in that the lies, when you get in the foolishness. Because especially if you've been nothing but a good person, that shit not for you. That shit not for you. As much as you may want it, you may have had plans to do this, that, and the third. It comes a point where you like really just have to choose yourself regardless. You got to choose yourself no matter how hard it hurt, or you feel like you can't get through it, or you feel like you don't know when you're gonna, you know, find a good person. None of that matters. You got to choose yourself. Because at the end of the day, the more you allow a man to mistreat you and do his own thing, they gonna respect you less and less and less. And I feel like when you show a man how much you love them and how much you care, for some odd reason, that gives them like the green light to start mistreating you. Or when you show a man like how down you are for them, like not telling their business, not doing the most, you know, they feel like they can get away with anything, and they start to, what my friend Yetta say, she said, damn, you let him in. I forgot. But she said something good. But it's like, I don't know what it is about it. The more you show somebody that you're a real person, you're a genuine person, they don't care. They want the toxic girls over there. They want the women that's going to let them, give them the bare minimum, but then blow shit up whenever they get mad. Like, and for so long, y'all, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to let it be. But I feel like a part of me just trying to be this good person and trying not to say nothing and trying not to help the next woman. A part of me, that was me still holding on to like a little bit of hope in my situation. Like, no, I'm not going to say nothing because we might fix it, or we might whatever. So I challenge every woman to choose you, regardless of how hard it's gonna be. If you married and you in a messed up situation and you gotta move and relocate cities to get right, just do whatever you can, y'all, to just get right and not accept treatment that you're not deserving of, and stop sticking around and sticking up for people who have showed you their true colors and showed you their ass time and time and time and time again. When shit is for you, it's gonna be for you, and it ain't gonna come with extra bullshit. It's gonna be for you, for real. And if a man love you, and if a man want to change and do right, he's gonna do that. And if he not, it's time to choose yourself and escape. And also, women, do not stick around and be manipulated into a situation that is beneath you. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated to hold on and hang on when you're being given bare minimum. You're being given a nasty ass situation, a tricky ass situation. Y'all, I got a tattoo on my neck, right there, that have to do with this man and this situation. It's been so much. And I didn't say nothing for so long. And I'm still, as crazy thing is, I'm still not saying it all. Like, I'm giving y'all the surface. I'm still not saying it all. But you really, 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 really have to choose yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you're dealing with a man that's giving you bare minimum, they choosing themselves. And if they see you as valuable, they're gonna get it right. If they see you as worth it, they gonna do right. If And that don't mean that your man ain't on the way, or that God don't have somebody for you, or that that's the end of your love life. Your shit is on the way. What's for you ain't coming in a hurry. Choose yourself. Take this time to work on yourself. Women do a great job at that. Experiencing heartbreak, experiencing loss, experiencing different things, and really putting their focus towards them. So if anybody, any woman who's listening, and you may have like a similar situation, or you may be in a situation where you're not valued, choose yourself. Figure out what it is you want out of life, not even out of a man. I feel like as women, we put a lot of focus on love, and we have a lot of pressure from our families. When you're going to get married, when you're going to get a boyfriend, where your boyfriend at, when you're going to have kids. And that's expected out of us. But I feel like it's so much more to life. And we need to focus on what we want to do. And I feel like the minute you step into yourself and let go, I feel like that's the biggest message Spirit has been sending to me. It's just like, let go. And step into yourself. And once you step into yourself and let go, everything gonna align. So I challenge y'all to just step into yourself. Choose you. Do what you need to do to make it in this world. Whatever is for you, it's gonna be for you. And it's not gonna be in your life to destroy you or hurt you. It's gonna lead you to like great shit. So if you listening, get on your shit, honey. Get on your shit. Sorry, I had a little onion coming down. A little onion coming down. I'm trying to think of if there's anything that I'm missing. I try when I make these videos just to speak from my heart, and not have like a script, but just to like really speak from my heart. So I hope I was able to like give y'all a little insight of what's going on, or what has been going on with me, just to encourage you. If you're going through heartbreak or a rough situation with somebody, you ain't the only one, and it's just time for you to choose yourself and step into your own light, and don't settle, because you're worth way more than that. And I want to definitely shout out all the women like myself that has had a pure heart, regardless of how many times somebody has stepped on it, or that has remained a good person outside of the adversity they faced, and didn't let all these situations kind of turn you into an angry person or a toxic person. You kind of just take it with a grain of salt and keep it moving. So if you listening and you're going through a tough time relationship wise, or you're just going through a tough time in general, just keep pushing, keep working on yourself, step into yourself. It's not the end of the world. And love and whatever God has for you is coming. Don't be impatient. Those things that are worth having take time. I don't like that phrase. I don't like that phrase, but I think it's a little true. So I love y'all. Thank you guys for listening. If you are watching on YouTube, please also listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. That helps me out a lot. And please leave a like and a comment if you have anything to say in regards to the situation, or even if you relate, or even if I'm helping you. I would love to know. And again, if you guys want me to talk about anything specific, please email me at NIASIMONESPEAKS@gmail.com with the subject line, let's talk about it. I love y'all.